Rest in peace to Anthony Jackson, a prolific bass player, played on the sounds of Philadelphia and Philly International. Co-wrote "The Love of Money." That alone is an iconic bass line. He played with Shaka Khan and Madonna and a who's who. Had a very distinctive pocket. When you were a bass player, especially in the 70s, you had to do something very distinctive because people were competitive and they were like all on what you were doing. And he definitely laid it down. He definitely had a distinctive sound. Hearing his groove and his riffs were very iconic. You had to be able to layer something with the sixth string and to make a voicing and a sound out of it. So I was just very, if you follow the artistries of people he worked with, the cat was legit. He was somebody that was no joke. Session musicians back in the day, if you read album credits, you saw Anthony Jackson's name on a lot of recordings. And he made a name for himself, and he definitely put the work in. The totality, the musicianship, he understood the task at hand. Those rich tapestries, which loan themselves to so much versatility. Because as a musician, especially if you're a session musician, you have to be able to balance and keep up with the times, the shifts in production, the shifts in tone and phrases. So, what a guy that was able to capture that essence as a musician and to bring so much energy with what he was doing on his instrument. So, it's very telling. And again, if you were a music geek type of person like myself, listening to the artistry and listening to the rhythm and the cadence, and you was always checking out the credits, and you knew who was playing was sounding like what. There is definitely a wave that you could tell. And Philadelphia cats back in the day, and I still say that was the golden era of Philadelphia music. I always will. To be a session player with Gamble and Huff and to put your stamp on something and to get a credit and to hold your own, you know you were bad. You know you was definitely bringing it. And you know you had a definitely distinctive rhythm. You know, just when I think about For the Love of Money alone, just the opening riff of that was so iconic. It's just like when you hear it, the whole sonic, the whole boom. But it was more to his playing. But that's, you long to have those iconic moments. That's what makes your musicianship, your creativity stand out. You can go back and say, yeah, that's what someone sounded like. They was the truth and they laid it down. So he played with a who's who of popular music and different styles.